Hello Food Brothers family, welcome again to another delicious day in my kitchen. I hope you're all doing fantastic today. Today I'm going to share with you again what I'm going to have for dinner. Another of my delicious recipes made from popcorn. This is so delicious that if you ever try it, you want to make it all the time. Besides, I've given you so many recipes already, and I hope you have tried those recipes out. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being a part of Food Brothers Network. But if you're stumbling upon this channel for the first time, please subscribe so that you'll be a part of the Food Brothers Family Network. Hit the notification button and be notified anytime I upload a video, because I make very delicious recipes here. You try it, it tastes good, brag about it, because I love to brag about food. But here, let's get started. Here is a pack of my popcorn. You can use any popcorn of your choice. This popcorn here is salted and is buttered, but you could use any popcorn like I say. This is a 33.3 ounce pack of popcorn. So I have popped it already and I've allowed it to come to room temperature. So now I'm just going to empty that into this pan so that we can get started. Okay, now having done that, we now go to the next step. So now that I've emptied this popcorn into the pan, I'm going to make sure that I take out every piece that is not popped. Please do not use this because this will be so hard to chew and you do not want to crack your tooth. So you want to make sure that while you are diving into that delicious meal, you do not have to sustain any injuries. So take out all the unpopped corn. And now what I'm going to do, I am going to nicely just crush this. Break them into pieces. You could use a blender, but I think that it's better with a hand because I do not want it to be finely blended. I just want to make sure that I make it smaller. I want to make smaller pieces out of this. So I'm using my hand to get that done. And that way you can also feel if you still have some that are not popped, you can take them out because you feel it as you are cracking this popcorn. So I now have fine sizes that I want. Now I'm going to proceed to the next step and I'm going to show you what I'm going to make out of this. So, Food Brothers, besides popcorn, I'm going to also use other ingredients for this recipe. I'm going to show them to you. I will be using canola oil for this recipe. I will use 1 large bulb of onion, which I have already nicely diced here in this bowl. I'm going to also use 1 large size of bell pepper. I'm using the yellow bell pepper, but you could use any color of bell pepper of your choice. I just love to make this colorful, so have chosen to use 1 bell pepper. I have also nicely diced that and it's here in the bowl. I'm going to use 6 cloves of garlic. I'm going to use that whole as it is. I just toss that into the pan. I'm going to use some ginger. This I will cut just a piece. I'm going to cut a piece into the recipe. And what I have here also is spinach. There are other vegetables that will also taste really delicious with this recipe. You could use collard greens, sweet chard, West African pumpkin leaves. So either of those leaves go really well with this recipe. So I have also nicely diced that. So I have all the things I need nicely diced here in this bowl. Then I'm going to season it up with salt, black pepper, fennel seed, and of course you know how much I love spicy food, so I'm going to use chili red pepper as well. So I'm now going to start putting all this together so you will see how I make this recipe. Okay, food bloggers, so I have here an empty dry pot. I'm gonna put that on the stove and turn the heat to medium high. Now I'm going to measure in some oil, the canola oil. I already have some in the pot here, so I'm just going to pour some of that into this. For this recipe, which is 33.3 ounce bag of popcorn, start with a quarter cup of oil, and then if you need more to your taste, you can add more. So there I have that oil. I'm going to allow that oil to heat up a little bit before I start putting in my ingredients. So just about 1 to 2 minutes, and then it will heat up and we'll continue. So my oil has heated up a little bit, so now I'm going to start with seasoning with salt. Remember, my popcorn has salt already, so I'm not going to put too much salt, just a little bit of it. And then I'm going to add some of my fennel seed. You could add about a quarter teaspoon of fennel seed, but you start with a little to season the oil, and you will put some more later on. So if you use a quarter teaspoon, use half of that quarter teaspoon and reserve the others, but you could put to your taste. Then now I'm going to add black pepper. I'm going to need about a quarter teaspoon of black pepper as well for this recipe. Now I'm going to put in my ginger, but I'm going to grate a little bit into it. You could hear it sizzling, so everything is going as planned. I'm going to stir that up. And the next thing I'm going to add will be my onions. I had diced them already, so now I add my diced onions to that. And the garlic. And I'll stir that up. So I'll let that cook for 1 to 2 minutes, and then we'll continue. So that has been sizzling for about 1 minute. Now I'm going to add the bell pepper. I'm now going to stir in my popcorn. I will stir that in just to make sure that all the ingredients simmer in. And lastly, I'm going to add my spinach. I will add a little bit more of my black pepper, more fennel seed, my spicy red pepper. That is optional. And 1 cup of water. It even smells really delicious. It smells so good. And guys, if you are a meat lover, feel free. Sometimes if I feel like adding meat to this recipe, I will add either pulled pork. I'll add some rotisserie chicken, shred in some rotisserie chicken. I could have bacon crumble, or if I want to go sea lovers version, I can use shrimps, fish, or anything else. So this is all about your taste. Try it out and see which version you like. But today I'm just gonna make this veggie recipe. So now I'm going to cover that up and allow it to cook for 10 minutes. and in 10 minutes we'll come back to see. Okay, food braggers, it has been 10 minutes. Oh my goodness, look at what it looks like. Really, really yummy. So I'm going to turn off the stove and I am going to scoop so I can test it and give you the verdict. And one thing I forgot to say also is you can put as much vegetable as you want. And I try to cook it within 10 minutes because I do not want all my veggies to be overcooked, because even after I turn off the stove and leave it here, it's still going to cook, unless if I put the pot in cold water and then immediately stop it from cooking. But otherwise I normally don't do that, so I just turn off the stove and I'll scoop what I want, and so you could share with me as I go through this delicious journey into my stomach. Here we are, guys, the moment of truth, and let me tell you, this is a delicious meal. You can see my plate is heaped because I know I'm going to finish this. Guys, this recipe is delicious, and also it has all the healthy components. Guys, if you like this recipe, please give it a like, comment, share, and if you're not a part of the Food Braggers Family Network, please subscribe and help me grow my channel. Thank you.